Today we will have a very interesting session about how to expand to Amazon Europe easily without any kind of bureaucracy. Well, very minimal. And my guests today, the most important guest is Anton. Anton from SPACEGOATS, and our co-host Lisette.
I'm here. Hi.
And if you are watching and whenever you will be enjoying, don't forget to subscribe below to the YouTube channel of Orange Click, because here we often talk to Amazon experts and sellers and event organizers and softwares. All right. So, Anton, could you please introduce yourself and tell us who are you and what you do?
First of all, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for your attention, for your time. I know it's the most valuable good we have. Today I want to tell you something about how to sell in Europe using the Pan-European Fulfillment Network from Amazon without having bureaucracy problems and other issues which are huge for sellers who are not sitting in the European Union. All right, first of all, what are we talking about today? So the potential of pan-European marketplaces, you know, the common marketing slides, why to sell in Europe, blah, blah, more revenue, etc. But we will go through that in a quick differences between the different marketplaces, because when you sell in Europe, you're selling not in only one country. As I said, you're selling in at least 7 countries. So there are huge differences, and I want to show you what are the differences, how it works to set it up when you do it alone, what are the common problems which you have to handle, and how you can do that without risk and huge bureaucracy. And Augusta said, I'm more than allowed to do a marketing presentation in the end, because we are solving this huge problem with a super easy solution. But let's go through this one. Okay, I'm a mechanical engineer by education, means I studied mechanical engineering. Did product development for the company Bosch. Maybe people know the company Bosch for their power tools and other engineering goods. And I saw that this is not my lifetime goal, which I achieved, to work as an engineer, because I like to talk to people. I like to have various stuff in my life, and not only this single part which I was constructing. I'm an Amazon enthusiast by duty. It means just because we started the company with 3 people, and I was the guy who did the Amazon stuff. So now I'm the Amazon expert from our company, because I had to do that, and I did it like with big passion. As my CMO profession, I'm the CMO, like Chief Marketing Officer of the company, and I really love this job, because marketing is the stuff I was not learning in my studies, but I love it so much. So I enjoy it. And Warhammer champion by dream. So I've never been a Warhammer champion. Warhammer for the nerds here is some tabletop game which I really want to achieve to be a champion, but I'm just chasing the dream. And we founded SPACEGOATS around 2 years ago. And with SPACEGOATS, we sell products of other companies through our Amazon account, and I will explain how we do that. Thank you very much for the time. So the first one is the market slide. So why to go to Amazon.eu, like to Amazon Europe? The whole Amazon market has a volume, marketplace has a volume of 145 billion. So I guess that are the numbers of the last year, something like that. And it's not important how big the numbers are. It's important, the ratio is important. So Amazon Europe is a huge factor for all your Amazon strategy, but pretty hard to reach, because there's so many different countries sharing this market. But at least we have here 25 billion to share through all the sellers. So just for you to get an overview where Amazon is operating. So we have the North American market, we have the Middle America, like North American market, Mexico, Canada, and USA, and we have the South American market just launched not long time ago. Brasilia will be super exciting, because huge population are getting more like wealthy, and I guess we will see here big movements. Then we have the Australia market, pretty new as well. The market is not that big, but the people have money. We have the Asian, the Asian side. China, they closed the Chinese marketplace because Alibaba was too strong, but we have India launched and we have Japan. And last but not least, we have the European market. And the European market is pretty interesting because there are many people living on a small population, okay? There's a huge population in a small area. In the dark orange, you see the countries where actually a marketplace exists, okay? And the brighter orange parts are the countries which are still buying products from the darker orange places. So with handling Amazon Pan-European Union fulfillment, you can get all over Europe, and that are at least 600 million people or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Augustus, which you can reach with just one single stock, and that's the most exciting part of this thing. So I need to explain you how Amazon operates in Europe when you're not used to it, when you never heard about it. So you have this 7 marketplaces like Germany, France, Spain, Italy, UK, now at least UK, Netherlands, and Sweden, okay? In all these countries, Amazon has warehouses. And Amazon gives you the big advantage of having one stock on Amazon. Like you go into your Seller Central, you see the stock inventory, and then you see a number there, like 1,000, for example. You have 1,000 pens here on your Amazon account. And Amazon distributes your goods through all this fulfillment center all over Europe, right? So you just need to handle one stock, and it's a huge advantage. So you don't need to send goods to France, to Spain, to UK, to Sweden separately. You just send the goods to one single warehouse, and Amazon distributes it for you for free through all over Europe. So that's a huge advantage. And just for some numbers, please don't look on the after dot number. The numbers are not really actually 1 year old. But in general, the market share of Germany is like the biggest. It's like around 40%. The second one is UK, and as you see here. And the other 3 marketplaces like France, Italy, and Spain, they are kind of similar size, but they are growing much faster than the 2 saturated markets, or the 2 saturated markets like Germany and UK. There are no numbers of Netherlands and Sweden because they just launched a few months ago, so there is not much volume so far. But they are going to get this volume because these are also very rich countries. When you're not living in Europe, Sweden is super rich. Netherlands is super rich. The people have money there. They will, you will agree, I guess. The people will Amazon will be big there. Amazon will get the volume there because the people just have money and are forward thinking. So they love like online shopping. They love everything what is digital. They're super like early adopter of technology. So how to set it up, and I called it volume bureaucracy. If you want to do it alone, it's always if you want to do it alone. So no, that's actually a wrong title of this. Okay, that's the wrong title of it. I'm so sorry for that. What are the chances of having a business in Pan-European Union? So as I said, you have these different countries, but these different countries are still in one European Union, okay? So they have a similar legislation. In Europe, it's like this. The European Union decides for a pre-law, I don't know the English word for it, something like a law, like an order, and the order has to be fulfilled in local laws from each country which agrees to this pre-law, okay? So let's say the GDPR, so the data protection agreement, the European Union decided to get this, to have a data protection agreement, made this pre-law, and then each country like Germany, France, Italy, whatever, has to take this pre-law and makes it in actually local law. So that's why we have in all countries similar legislations. Okay, so it's when you understand one country, it's pretty obvious to understand the other one. So comparing it to Amazon.com, because I was told that some American sellers will watch this, it's little competition, because I talk to many people, like many clients, and I know what's going on in Amazon.com. It's not comparable with Europe, except let's say UK, but you still cannot compare it to Amazon.com. You have much cheaper shipping costs than in the US, and you have, as I said already, you have more organizational effort, because you just organize one stock, because Europe is not so big from the landmass, but there are living a lot of people on this little area. Revenue growth is pretty obvious. When you're conquering new markets, you get more revenue. And first mover advantage, I want to point this one, especially because imagine you have the opportunity to sell your products 2 years earlier than you started in the real life. It would be awesome, right? When you have the first mover advantage, when you can build up when you can build up keyword rankings, when you can build up revenues, when you can build up all that stuff before other people do that. So you get the first mover advantage, and you will hopefully compete with the other parties. So what is different? I said we have similar legislations, but still not the same, because Europe is a split. It's a union, but you would also agree, Augustus, the people are still not the same, right? So an Italian guy is not the same as a Sweden guy. So you have some differentiations, so some different laws, but in commonly it's the same. What is the difference? You are selling when you're selling already at Amazon.com, you have more features than Europe, right? So we know what's going on, what will happen in Europe when we watch what's going on in America, right? So that's also a huge advantage when you know what's going to come, and you can prepare all your strategy, all your stuff on what is going to come. And we cannot change it, and I think it will not change in the near future. We have different languages and different cultures here in Europe. So the language and the culture is just not the same. And I will just give you a funny example. Maybe I did in the last video, but we have a word in German. It's like bio. It's like biological. Okay, biological means organic. Organic, you need a certification from your supplier, from your supply chain, from whatever, and it's not the same as you need this certification to call your product organic, right? In Germany, you just say biologisch. Okay, it's like biological, and the Amazon algorithm translates your product into organic, because it's kind of a synonym for that. Amazon sees your product and just blocks it, right? So just blocks it for no reason, and you will not get it back for a couple of months. So there are like various problems with different languages, and especially with Amazon automated translation. But we will go through that a bit later. So now we have the right slide, how to set it up, volume bureaucracy. I already mentioned that one. So first of all, you need to open up a European Amazon account. You can do that and link it to your .com Amazon account later, but still you need this European Amazon account, right? Then you need to choose a tax consultancy for all of Europe, right? Because we have a law here in Europe, and it's like a common law. Wherever you have your product stored and you sell it to an end customer, you need to pay the VAT, right? You have the same system in America with the Nexus and thresholds and stuff. But when you're storing your goods in Spain and you sell it to a Spanish guy, you need to pay your VAT in Spain, even if you're a German company. Amazon says, and now the funny part comes, Amazon forces you to have an active listing with stock in this country, in each country where a listing exists. So when you take your product, enter and just change the domain from, let's say, DE from Germany, DE Deutschland, Germany, to FR like France, and some listing shows up. You can directly check it when you're selling already in Europe. Then you need to have an active offer there. Amazon forces you to do so. That's why you need in all over Europe VAT numbers before you start enrolling for Amazon Pan-European program, which is the super efficient one-stop for all over Europe stuff. So that's what makes it complicated. Not Amazon makes it complicated, but the bureaucracy behind it, because you need a VAT number in each country you have stock and sell it to an end customer. I hope it was kind of understandable. So apply for VAT number, collect all before enrolling for Pan-EU. That's what I already explained. Choose a custom service. It means when you're importing products, there's another European-wide law. You need to have an address on the product from the importing company, which you can charge when you get some problems, right? So I'm for example, I'm selling here this USB dongles, and some USB dongle burns your house. The government wants to know who sold it and who imported it, and the company who is on the package has to be in the European Union. Not even a Swiss company, and Switzerland is in the middle of Europe. Yes, in the middle of Europe with super strong laws and stuff. A Swiss company is not allowed to be on the packaging. It has to be a European Union company. And that's why you need a custom service. I will explain later to you how it works, but it's obligatory. Import product to your European Union and send them to FBA. And that's the easy part, because you just send it to one warehouse, like the German warehouse, when you have all this VAT numbers, and Amazon will distribute it all over Europe. All right. Sorry, it was too quick. So how to set it up? Volume fund. So your products are already in the warehouse of Amazon. Okay, that's maybe I confused the order. You have, of course, to register your brand first in Europe, but it's kind of also it's also important, because you can do then you can do A+ content, sponsored brands, so many others, so many other valuable marketing features. You can use valuable marketing features only when you have a brand in Europe. And now my big suggestion: don't use just one country. Take all the brand in Europe. It costs like €900. It's like $1,000 all over Europe, and then you have no headache anymore. Register translations. So arranged translations means you need for each and any country, you need translations, like Spanish, at least Spanish, Italian, French, English, and German. It's super important to have them. Then it would be great when you have then like Dutch translations, but it's not so important at the moment because the market is pretty small, and Swedish translations. And why to have translations, like real professional translations? Because same as in the US and on each and any Amazon marketplace, Amazon gives you in the first days when you launch a product, it will rank the product and categorize the product. When you have like shitty Google translations, Amazon will rank you on wrong keywords, see that you're not relevant on the keywords, and then your product will go onto a track where you don't want to have it, right? So arrange, it's a big suggestion from my side, arrange professional translation, however you do that, from people who know how to work with Amazon. So it's super important, because the first days decide how the product will perform in the future. Of course, you can get it back, right, when your translations were shitty in the beginning, but it's much more expensive. Better take the money in advance, and then you will save it afterwards. Upload listings onto your Amazon account, and here is also super important to not use. I was told it in the other video, to not use the automated listing creation. That stuff, as I explained it before, it's not happening. Like I'm uploading a product, Amazon translated to Spanish. We had it like so dozens of times, like so often. that Amazon blocks the product in the other country because the automated translation was so wrong. And when it's blocked in the other country, Amazon blocks it in the country where you originally wanted to sell it as well. But it's and you will have big problems to get this product live again. We saw it so many times. Find agencies for PPC, customer support, etc. When you know all the marketplace languages, when you know how to work, when you know the culture of all these different people, then you can do it yourself. But as I have experienced it, I'm a European guy, right? I'm born here. I live here for all my life. I don't understand how a Spanish guy thinks, right? Because it's totally different people. It's like super emotional, totally different working style, totally different style with to criticize people, totally different style of sending products back to Amazon. I'll give you an example. In Germany, the people are super critical and looking for details. And if it's not everything perfect, they will probably complain, write you a bad review, whatever. But when the product is good, they will just say, okay, I paid for a good product, right? So why should I say something more to that one? And in Germany, we have a saying, or in South Germany, we have a saying, nicht geschimpft ist genug gelobt. It means like, if you're not complaining, you praised it enough. That's like the German working style. Look to Italy. That are my favorite people, seriously. They're my favorite people. We had the same product, Italy and Germany. We did like pan-European program with products from my girlfriend. And in Germany, the product was like three stars average, right? 3 stars average. So like an average product. In Italy, it was only 5 stars. The people, oh my God, so good product, so nice feeling, so nice haptics, so nice whatever. And it was just the fucking same product. Sorry for this word, but it was crazy that just the same product has 5-star average reviews and more reviews than in Germany with 3-star average. Just crazy. And so all these different people in Europe are thinking different, acting different. I think you will also agree, you too. And then the launch comes, and here I can also recommend. There are like 2 strategies. In my opinion, there are 2 strategies. You're launching in one country, like major strategy, high-level strategies. You're launching in country by country. Okay, but that's only possible if the listing which you created is not already created in other countries, because you use, for example, the automated listing creation, or you allowed Amazon to sell your American products globally. Then Amazon will create a listing for you. So after this video, please check your settings in your Seller Central. Check if you allow Amazon to sell your products globally and deactivate it 100%. Because if you activated it and Amazon comes to the bad idea to sell your product in Europe, you have already listings everywhere. And then you have to set the products then you have to sell the products everywhere to have this pan-European advantage. So please check it in advance. The second strategy is you launch in all over Europe at the same time. Okay, one country all over Europe. So I don't know. It's a strategy thing, and I don't know how much money you have and how much time you have. But when you have the money, I would recommend to launch it everywhere at the same time, because the reviews are already also stacking. So when you have reviews in USA, there is some hack. I don't know if it's happening automatically, but I for sure know that you can transfer your reviews to Europe. So imagine you have all your American reviews, or at least a part of it, in Europe, okay, and in all the European countries, and you launch a product. It makes the launch super easy. So it depends on how much money you have, if the reviews are already transferred and whatever. But you have to decide it first. Okay, but be careful. Usually I'm using more gifts, but here I was set to make it serious. No, I'm kidding. I was not set to make it serious, but still. Be careful. Intellectual property is a huge thing in Europe. I don't know how it's in America. I know how it's in China, but I don't know how it's in America. But in Europe, you have big issues with intellectual property. And check if your brand is registered in some European country already. I can tell you a story about that one as well. We have a client. He had a brand registered in Germany and wanted to sell pan-European wide. I told you before that in each country where you have the existing listing, you need to have an active offer. Now comes a hack, but just take it with you. In France, his brand was already registered on a different company. Okay, and the company didn't want to sell the brand rights to the client. So what can you do to still have this pan-European program? You can upload with a flat file a long title, so that Amazon suppress your product, but it's still active, and then it works. Just as a hint, but still take care of intellectual property. It's super important to have a lawyer who checks it here in Europe, and just better safe than sorry, and especially in Europe. Check afterwards if you're really enrolled for pan-European program. So I told you I'm already all the time talking about pan-European program. You have like one stock and all over Europe, but it only works if you're enrolled for this program. And sometimes Amazon just don't enroll you for some reason, because Amazon here and there is buggy. So please check each and any product, here and there and everywhere. Okay, so please check if the product is really enrolled for pan-European program. You can check it in the stock inventory stuff. I don't know if you have it on the American account as well. So the next step, thing is indexing problems. If you don't know what indexing is, when you have a listing and you enter a keyword, if your product will be found by searching for this keyword. So that's like indexing. So I'm searching for, let's say, a brand name, and the brand name is my brand name and it's included in the title. So Amazon is indexing my title. And we experienced it so many times that Amazon is not indexing your products in all the countries, so you have to open up various cases to fix that issue. When you have issues with that one, I have like something like a FAQ guide where how to fix that problem. But the problem is then, okay, you translate the listing, bring it to Amazon, and Amazon does not index one keyword, and then you wonder why you're not selling anything, because Amazon is not indexing stuff. It happens more often than expected. Please be careful. Same for automated price synchronization, but this problem will also be fixed when you just don't use the automated uploading stuff. All right. Product labeling is also a big thing here. When you're selling products in Europe, then you need to put the European languages on the packaging. It's important. It's not important. It's not like so important for all the products, but there are some products where Amazon and the governments take it super serious, like food, for example. So you need to put how much sugar, how much all the macronutrients, and what are the ingredients and stuff, and it has to be in all the different marketplace languages. It's in my opinion, one of the biggest challenges, because if you are using one stock for all over Europe, each and any product has to be labeled for each and any country, right? So that's, in my opinion, one of the biggest challenges. You can fix it with some rolling etiquette. There are some solutions, but still you need to have the languages on your product. Not the same margin. Why not? Because the labor cost in each country is different. The taxes in each country are different. So Amazon charges you also different for different marketplace, like for the FBA costs, right? So for example, France is super expensive comparing it to Spain, when you have to be careful that you don't think that you have the margin and you don't have it, because you're losing it through the FBA costs. So take care of it. Please take care. The last point, and I think it's not really official, but it was in an Amazon webinar. Not many people know that you need a stock of at least 30 days at your Amazon account, that Amazon will distribute your products right. Okay, so of course, if you're in 7 countries, you have warehouses in 7 countries, you are just it's harder to distribute the products in all these countries and get the same experience for each buyer, like the 1-day delivery and like the super quick delivery. So when you don't have a 30-day stock at your Amazon account, Amazon cannot guarantee that your products get like the FBA label or the quick shipping costs. Quick shipping time for your end customer, and nobody says it to you, but in some random webinar. Crazy. What are the challenges? As I already explained it a bit, it's super complicated with the VAT stuff. So you need all these VAT numbers. Imagine you you know that from the US, but at least in the USA you're speaking all the same language, but you're getting like letters from Polish tax office, and it's in totally Polish. It's not an email which you can at least like auto translate. You have to enter this. It's super like you get a Polish letter with a 4-digit number zloty, like it's the currency in Poland. And you don't know how to deal with it, so it's not the easiest. It's super expensive to do it like yourself, like to apply for all these VAT numbers. It's worth someday when you're big enough, but in the beginning it's just too expensive. What I mean with too expensive, just to get an idea how much it costs, 1,000 euro per month, roundabout, like more or less. You can get it for 700, but not less than 700. I don't know a service which makes it less for 700. Correct me if I'm wrong, Augustus, and if you know somebody, then please introduce me to him.
Also, talking about taxes, we need to mention that some things are changing in terms of VAT registrations sometime next year. But
it's not for the Pan-European program. Mm-hmm. It's not relevant for the Pan-European program, and it will probably not happen in the middle of the next. I will finish the slide and then I will explain what's going to happen. Okay, so it's super expensive, around about 1,000 euro per month for all these VAT consultants in all these different countries. Even it's you need to have this first, so you pay a 4-digit amount of euros first to get this VAT numbers, and then you pay 1,000 euro to run this VAT numbers. And when you start to run one time, you need to at least finish the year. So a quick, hey, let's have a try is just not possible in Europe. It's not like USA where you like to track how much you sell or the threshold or whatever, and then you can pay your VAT afterwards. No, in Europe you need the numbers before, and you need to give this this declaration each and any month. And it's super time consuming. I mean, dealing with all these different VAT numbers, tracking which product is going where. You need for the statistics, you need to do, when you're a bigger seller, you need to do a statistic report where your goods went to, like from Spain to Italy, and you have to track all this. You have to send a list to this office. Just a lot of time consuming effort, which doesn't bring you value. And now about your point, that you're right. Next year in the middle was planned to come a new law that you can apply, or you can declare your VAT through one single national office, and the office will declare the VAT to all the other VAT offices in Europe, right? So you have just one point where you give the data to, and the data will be distributed by the governmental office. But it's only working for cross-border fulfillment, right? When I sell somebody from Germany to Spain, then it will work. But for the Amazon Pan-European program, where you have the goods actually stored in Spain, it's not working. It's not for this case. It's just for the cross-border fulfillment. And then we have this I don't know how you call it, transition.
Transition. It's like, for me, if I look at it's like how everybody usually feel about like expanding on Europe, and I was just thinking about this topic earlier today, and I felt like the same thing, that probably a lot of people have that kind of emotions.
Maybe to clarify it. So I'm European. I'm born, raised, whatever here. I was here in school. And for me, as a German guy, it's super complicated to to get all these VAT numbers. It's even for a European guy, it's super complicated. Not only for a non-Europe guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's please don't panic. We got this. How can SPACEGOATS help you? And now I'm talking about stuff what I'm talking all day long, so it should be a bit more exciting. So what SPACEGOATS actually does is we have a big Amazon account in all over Europe, registered all the VAT numbers in all the main marketplaces and even the side marketplaces where we have like big shippings to, for example, Austria, Belgium, Sweden, whatever. So we are more or less registered all over Europe, and as soon as we reach some thresholds, we're gonna register there as well. So you give us a product, and we're gonna sell it for you in Europe. You have all these different tasks here: the billing, the different marketplaces, the different clients, the support, and we like bundle it in one account and share it with our clients for a little price. So you don't need a VAT registration. Only one. Only one. You only need one VAT registration. In Germany, I will explain why. You don't need to bill your end clients, which means you're not the responsible company for VAT purposes, because we are we are just your distributor, and you are for us our supplier. Augustus, please.
You are resellers, right?
Resellers, kind of yes, resellers. Yeah, we are just on the paper. You are just our supplier, and we sell your products, right? That's what's happening on the paper. So you don't need to invoice the end customer, which saves you from all these obligations, all this VAT obligations. We give you a reporting of what's happening on your account. So of course you can export your products to a company which sells it for you to Europe. But what will they do with the product? How much profit will they make? Will they sell it for double, triple, quarter, 4 times the price? With us, you get a reporting what's happening, what's actually happening. We handle the end customer support, and we handle the Amazon support. What, in my opinion, is one of the biggest pains, because I did it before we built up a team. I did it all the time. It's the most painful thing to handle the Amazon support. So, and that's how it actually works. So the GOAT, greatest of all time, or just actually a goat, as in this picture, is our client. Like, you are the goat. And you send your product to the Amazon warehouse, okay? To just a German Amazon warehouse. Afterwards, Amazon will distribute it all over Europe, but it's not your problem anymore. And sell it to us at the same time. So the orange arrow shows the delivery, like the goods, which the way of the goods. The red one shows the invoice, and the blue arrow shows the payment. So you send goods to Amazon, sell the goods on bulk to SPACEGOATS. And you see this black box here, and it's for you, it should be a black box, not a black box, but a box you shouldn't care about, because from here on, we are responsible for everything what happens. Like, we are selling the products to end customer. We are receiving his payments. We are invoicing the end customer. That's why I don't have VAT obligations anymore. Amazon pays us out, and we pay you out. So your only deal here is the red arrow with SPACEGOATS and the blue arrow from SPACEGOATS to you. So you have like one transaction. It's like one big bill. You write us, and you get one bill from us per month, instead of writing each and any client which buys a pen from you an invoice. So it's not only for non-European companies huge, it's also for European companies huge, because our main target group is actually European companies, because it reduces the administration effort a lot if you have like 10,000 invoices per month or just 2. Huge. And the next marketing slide. With the world without SPACEGOATS, please notice that the guy is not happy, and the money simple is small. And the world with SPACEGOATS, right? The money gets more and the world gets so much easier. That is the difference on one glance. You got a reporting from us. It's like a software as a service solution. We share a sales infrastructure, means our very strong Amazon account in a European-wide Amazon account, which has huge revenue, and Amazon does not block a Amazon account with huge revenue in the first place. They will always ask, hey, can we help you? Why the problem appeared, blah, blah. So it actually never happened so far that we get issues with our Amazon account, not even close. And we have a service marketplace where you can book all the different services you need. And what SPACEGOATS makes different from other distribution networks, I mean, we have kind of competitors, but they are not real competitors because they don't have this, they don't have the first point and they don't have the third point. Because for us, even a small seller can get clients because it's so cheap and modular. So it means when you can do your listings, when you're able to write your listings because your two languages raised up, where you grew up with two languages, for example, French and English, then you can create your own listings and just book the Spanish one, right? So you can pick the services you need from a big from a big variety of different service partners with different pricings, but you can also do everything you want by yourself and just use our sales infrastructure. And that's like the big difference from everything else on the market, because usually it's like, give me your products and we do everything for you. Target group are companies which don't want to deal with Amazon at all because they cannot, they are too big, they don't have the competences in their company. That are the target group of our kind of competitors. Our target group are sellers, which are already selling and want to sell more. And that's like the big difference, because it's much cheaper when we just give you what you need and not more, right? So to summarize, that we take care of your customer management. Like we do the customer management for you. When we don't know how to solve a problem, we're gonna ask you, because of course we cannot answer each question. We will not put fantasy into it to lie to the client. We will ask you, and then we will translate it through our translation service, blah, blah, and answer the client in a high quality. We do all the taxes and accounting in all over Europe, so you don't have to care about it anymore. And we run the Amazon account, so it's our Amazon account, safe account. You don't have the response times. We're gonna take a look that your products gonna sell and are not blocked. When the products are blocked, we're gonna unblock them. When Amazon loses products from you, we're gonna find a way to get the money back, and so on and so forth. Then the unique selling propositions, which are already said a bit. We are the first scalable solution, so modular scalable solution. So you can just use our software and our sales infrastructure to do everything yourself. So that's scalable, right? We have a great margin because we're not a reseller. You get all the profit back from us. Okay, I will explain how much it costs, and it's super an easy setup. Why it's such a huge thing here? When you want to start selling in Europe, you first need all these VAT numbers, as I explained in the beginning, and it costs 3 to 6 months around about that. And till you have these numbers, you cannot sell, right? You can sell in one country maybe when you get it earlier, but for all this pan-European stuff, you need all the VAT numbers, and it takes just a long time because, official governmental offices, they will not hurry up for you. Of course, it's not the perfect solution because we're also a startup, 2.5 years on the market so far. Our automation is not perfect at the moment, so there are some cons. For example, you have no direct access to our Amazon account. Of course not. We have 150 clients at the moment. We cannot give each and any client a log into our Amazon account. It would be crazy. But we built this infrastructure which shows you what's happening on Amazon, but you don't have the direct access to Amazon. You have less control over PPC. What does that mean? We have a PPC module in our software which shows all your PPC campaigns as on your Amazon account. But still, if you want to change something, like if you want to update keywords, it's a big disadvantage because you have to send us reports which we upload and so on. So we have like two solutions to solve this PPC issue. The first one is we use a super expensive PPC automation tool. It's called Adference at the moment. It's super expensive and AI-based machine learning and so on. We tested different tools, and that was by far the best one. You just give us your KPIs. We're gonna set your campaigns, and you just need to change the strategies and of your PPC campaigns. Or you take a partner which has access to our Amazon account. We have like 3 partners which you can choose from, and they will do your PPC campaigns on our account. It's the way I would recommend, because then it's out of your mind, and they do a pretty good job. They're always up to date, and in my opinion, PPC is an effort and knowledge game. So you need to be always on the top level side of knowledge, like always up to date, and you need a lot of time to change the bits in a proper way. And these companies, they do nothing else than PPC from early to late. And you still need, and that's what I mentioned in the beginning, you still need one VAT number, German VAT number in Europe, because you are selling us the products in the European nation. Of course, we have solutions for everything. Otherwise, Augustus wouldn't invite me here. How do you start selling through SPACEGOATS in Europe? First of all, you should book a meeting and tell the person which you're gonna talk to that you saw here, that we know Augustus is a good guy and he gets his credits for that. Apply for German VAT number. You get a partner from us. Just to get an idea, we have a deal with a tax consultancy here in Germany. It's especially for SPACEGOATS because they get the data in a shape where they pretty easy and cheap, where they can process it pretty easy and cheap. So just ask for the VAT partner and we will recommend you something. Apply for a custom service. As I said in the beginning as well, you need some company which imports your products and puts their name on it. The company has to sit in Europe and puts their name on it. We have a partner for this one as well, which we can recommend you also in the strategy call. And the partner will import the products, put his name on it through some huge insurance and whatever, and will charge you a bit for this service. But then your goods, your products are European-wide compliant, because that's what this custom service partner does as well, because he's the importing company. He's also responsible for compliance for the product. So it's kind of 2 things in one. Choose other partners from our space market. As I said in the beginning, we have for all the steps partners and various partners, not only one, in different pricing classes, from product pictures, from sourcing service to tech service, to product pictures, to whatever you can imagine. We would also recommend you stuff in the strategy meeting, what you actually need. And it's super important for us that we are not an agency. We are this software as a service, sales infrastructure, and service market provider, like the connecting part of all this stuff, but we are not an agency by ourselves. Okay, but for all the translations, we will recommend you agencies. Check compliance for products, and that's what I said at point 3 already. Customs partner can help here as well. And I thought it will be more like an interview and a webinar, like questions back and forth. That's why I asked for more questions, but actually there were no questions so far, almost no questions so far. So
we have questions.
I'm looking forward for the questions. And here the slide. The final slide. If you're interested, please enter. When you apply for getting client of SPACEGOATS, please enter this voucher, and we gonna know that this stuff, what we are doing here, is valuable and people are interested in listening to my stuff in English as well. Thank you very much for your attention, Augustus.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Anton. And yes, if you are interested, guys, you will find the links and all the information below in the description. But let's do a disclaimer that for VAT, maybe like Anton said something correctly, you can just ask your tax consultant for clarification.
Yeah, I just make it super simple. It's not everything 100% correct, because if I want to explain you the European VAT system, this video is not enough at all, right? Just from basic overview. So if you want to, like the point which is 100% true, and you can write it down, is when you sell a product from a third country, like from Spain, to a end customer, you need to pay the VAT in the country where you sent the product from, right? Like when you store products in Spain, you need the Spanish VAT. That's the long story short version of it.
And can you clarify, why do sellers need, let's say it's a Polish company, and why do they need German VAT in order to use your service?
Because when it's a Polish company, because you buy the goods in Germany and you sell it with the German VAT to us when you put it when you send it to the warehouse. It's some compliance issue, and it's some software issue. At the moment, this day, we cannot do that without the German VAT number, but with a workaround in the near future, we will do that. But we have other topics at the moment, so we would need to change our invoicing service to our end customer, to our customers, and we don't have the capacity to do that at the moment. That's why we need the German VAT. If you watch the video in 6 months, then it could be totally different, but now you need it. Unfortunately, it hurts me to say that, because legally it's somehow possible with a little workaround, but we cannot do that at the moment.
All right. So we have some questions. Lisette, can you introduce this one?
So somebody is asking, Biorevitalize is asking, if a seller uses your service, how does it affect their ranking on Amazon? Do they get credit for the sales, keyword ranking, etc.? Do the reviews link for the listings? And that's actually similar to one of the main questions I had for you.
Yeah, sure.
Could you give us like insight to the managing side and how it works if you have so many different products from so many different categories under one account?
Yes. So first of all, fortunately and unfortunately, we are never the owner of the listing. It's always Amazon, right? So the listing, it's not like eBay where you have like the seller ranking. It's like each product is ranked by itself. So when you stop selling the product and I start selling the product, the ranking will just stay the same. Reviews will stay the same. Everything stay the same. Okay. There is one big difference, or where you have to be careful when you transfer a product which was already selling on one account, let's say the German account, or your German account, and you want to sell it through our German account, then you have to transfer the PPC campaigns. That's the critical part where you can lose like performance, because you have always a ramp up time when you transfer PPC campaigns from one account to the other. But when you're selling the products through SPACEGOATS, the rankings will be on the product site itself and not on SPACEGOATS. And when you get your VAT numbers yourself, then you get all the rankings and all the reviews, and we will just give you the right to. We will give you the back the listing, and you can sell it through your account. Okay, that was answer of the first question, because there were like 2 questions. When you have a European account already, let's say you're a Spanish guy and you are selling already in Spain and you want to expand with SPACEGOATS to other countries, then you already have a European Amazon account. Then you can manage your listings through your account. Okay, so you can upload the listings in all the different marketplace countries with the translations you arrange to us, doesn't matter. But then you have all the control about the listings, and we just hijack the listings. Okay, so when you're already a European seller, you can manage all the listings yourself, and we hijack the listings, and the only thing you need to do is to run PPC through our account, but all the listing management, pictures, A+ content, and so on.
So do I understand correctly? So you do like the most basic hijacking ever. So the company has the listing, does everything, sets everything up, and then you come under another account and try to sell the same product and have the buy box, right?
It's super easy. You just enter an ASIN and say, I want to sell it as well. That's it. Mm-hmm. Then you are directly a hijacker. So easy.
All right, we have another question. Well, you kind of answered just now. Who sets up the listing, us or you? And he meant under the seller's account or under SPACEGOATS account. So,
Martin, we would love if you would do that. We could do that for you as well. It's also included in the price, but we would love if you would do that, because then you have the control. Then you can directly, as I said, you don't have direct control of our Amazon account. You can choose, but I think for most of our clients, they want to have the control under their account.
So you mean that they set up on their account and then you hijack?
Yes.
But if it's an American seller,
Yes.
let's clarify, can they create a listing in European marketplace, but they will not ship any,
Yes, they
goods
can. I'm pretty sure they can, because other way around it works as well, but I'm not 100% sure. If it does not work, we can do it under our account, our account, but I'm pretty sure it works as well for them.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a question about PPC, but you said that basically there is a limited control.
Just to summarize it, the first, like PPC, you have three options. The first one is you get, like, the reporting is always in your Galaxy account. That's how our software is called. You always see all your PPC campaigns and their performance. It's the first option. When you want to change something, you tell us what to change. So it's like at the moment a one-way solution. The second option is you can use a PPC automatization tool called Adference. Just give us the KPIs and we're gonna run it for you. And the third option is just use a PPC agency which is allowed to enter our account and optimize the products on your account.
All right.
So how long does it take to set everything up from the start?
It depends what you have already. So there are different bottlenecks, and one of the biggest bottlenecks, I would say, is the shipment to Europe when the products are not in Europe already. Like when you have the products already in Europe, it's pretty easy. You open up a Galaxy account. We gonna upload your products, or you already uploaded the products in your account as well. We're gonna upload the products, and then we can ship the products directly to Amazon. Okay, what could be which bottlenecks we could have? For example, Amazon does a danger and hazmat tests. What is it the English word? Like for the dangerous products, like liquor and batteries and stuff. That could be a problem when Amazon does not allow us directly to sell the products. Then we need some assurance from you guys that we are allowed to sell the products, but that are all handleable problems. So usually, let's say 1 week when you have the products here in Europe already. Let's say 1 week.
This is an interesting question talking about UK because, Brexit, UK is separating. So Nick is asking, UK FBA is separating into separate inventory pool to the rest of Europe in December. So we need to ship products to both UK and another country in EU from December?
Yes.
So
yes.
in case
100%,
we use...
100%. It doesn't matter how you use it, how you do that. You have to split your stock from the 1st of January, 100%.
So basically, people will need 2 VATs if they want to use SPACEGOATS in January, right? For UK and Germany?
No, that's not the case, because you can sell the products in Germany and we export it for you. But it's not 100% sure what's going to happen, because we are also looking for a solution for that problem. Because now we need this custom service, which I explained to you for US non-European companies for UK. And at the moment, these companies, they don't know what's going to happen, because nobody knows, because the governments, they don't know themselves what's going to happen. But what will happen 100% is this customs border, and this customs border will make huge problems, and we need to find a solution for this customs border, and you will have to handle 2 stocks. So I'm sorry that I cannot give you a 100% answer, but nobody knows at the moment.
I don't know if it's a question, but the same Nick just says all the VAT reporting in each country and invoicing is handled by Amazon if you use their Amazon VAT services. I think, it's an option, but still it's costly at the second year, right?
there are two things. I think Nick is confusing his stuff. Amazon is calculating the VAT, but Amazon is not responsible for VAT, because why should Amazon be responsible for your VAT? You need to apply, your company needs to apply for all these different VAT numbers. And when some part of this chain fucks it up, then you're responsible for this fuck up. Okay. And Amazon will not be responsible for that. So we are also using this Amazon VAT service because you get other advantages for Amazon B2B. But still, we are on the invoice, and when we are on the invoice, we are responsible for that one. And what you're talking about, Augustus, is Amazon helps you to get these VAT numbers and pays you for the first year, but in the second year, you have to pay it. And when the super cheap partner like Avast or Alavara, there are some names where everybody loves and everybody likes. I'm not blaming here, but when this guys fuck it up, then you're responsible for this, and you will get the fines and everything, all the problems. So there are two different things.
What do we have next? Great webinar. Funny that you are an Amazon seller and have experienced this Amazon Gorilla spot on points. If we have 1,000 widgets, €10 each, how much do we pay to start and when are we billed? So Can you introduce the prices?
So the pricing is pretty simple. We have a subscription fee for one country or for all of Europe. Let's talk about all of Europe. It's like €229 per month. The basic subscription fee. For that one, we do all the stuff I explained to you, and you can use this super PPC feature tool of Adference, which costs 200 in the cheapest version alone, but that's a different story. And we charge 50 cents for each product. That's our cost, right? And all the other costs which you would have when you would sell it through your own account, we will just forward them, as well as the reward, right? When the price goes up, then you will profit from it. And when the price goes down, like for a quantity discount or whatever, we will charge you for that, okay? So 50 cents is our price. And your margin is your problem. 229. 229.
Okay. So €229 per month, SPACEGOATS PPC.
Plus all the costs which you would have as well. We just forward everything, and that's our core intelligence. We know how to calculate it, to have one huge account and pay everybody for that what he really earned. That's the core intelligence of SPACEGOATS, and that's what makes us so different. Usually you'd say like, okay, 10% of the revenue, whatever. No, for us it's always 50 cents per sale. I need to explain the 50 cents for one huge thing, the German marketplace, because the labor cost in Poland and Czech Republic is much lower than in Germany. Amazon rewards you to store your products in Poland and Czech Republic, okay? To do so, you need VAT numbers in Poland and Czech Republic, okay? When you have these numbers, you get a discount of 50 cents. That's our discount from Amazon because we have these numbers, and that's our margin for Germany. So for our customer, for the German market, the costs are just exactly the same as you would sell alone on Amazon, because we get a discount from Amazon. When you are not registered in Poland and Czech Republic, but I think most are not.
So do I understand correctly that by having you taking care of some parts of the business, the companies themselves will manage their product listings at the same time? So let's say they will work on their EBC, their photos, their whatever else there is like on the listing, right?
Yes, but the PPC we have to, because only the PPC got fired, which from the account which has the buy box, and that's why we need to run the PPC campaigns.
So how do you best use existing VAs in the system? Somebody asked when they have German and French VA already. I'm not sure what. Or can you give an answer?
Yeah. We have a lot of clients with VAs as well. Like they are communicating with us, but I think you mean the VA for end customer questions. So you don't need this end customer questions to answer the end customer questions anymore, because we do it for you. Maybe I don't want to tell some, I don't want to blame or do or whatever, but I have a pretty funny story. It's funny for everybody now, but it wasn't funny in the beginning. We got a huge client, really big one, from Germany, and he didn't want to run all this account, like not even the German account, and Europe anyhow not. And the guy who was running it before was fired because the company hired SPACEGOATS, because we did all this management of everything, and then we hired the guy. So that's like the happy end of this of this bad beginning story. But now, Alexander, shout out to you, is since 2 weeks, 1 week, a part of our team, because the company outsourced stuff to us. The guy lost his job, and we hired the guy who lost the job because he knows everything what we need, because he did it already before.
I don't know, maybe this question was also about these VAs which are connecting to seller account and do different things, besides, like, I don't know, checking reimbursements. And
but as long as like they are managing their own account and listing, then the same VAs can still continue working on that part, and then Anton's company will take care of the logistics and everything else. But I have one quick question, because we have I see a lot of questions coming in. What happens if let's say if you sell the company's products, you gain reviews, you gain ratings and everything, but if the company decides to end the contract or end working with you, what happens with the listings? Because they don't have any reviews on their listings, so they basically have to start from the beginning, or
No, that's what I explained before. The listings are always owned by Amazon. The only thing what's going to happen is we delete the listings from our account. We create you a file, a reverse flat file. Most people don't know what a reverse flat file is. Maybe here a little explanation. That's the flat file is a file where you can bulk upload product data to Amazon. And a reverse flat file is the opposite version, right? You download all data you uploaded on Amazon into a flat file, which you can upload into your account. So what's going to happen is we're gonna give you the flat file when the listing control was under our account, and you upload into your account. When the listing control was in your account, then it will just not change at all. So the control and the rankings and the reviews and everything will stay, because it's related to the product and not to the seller. So just no difference.
So people are still confused about this German VAT registration. So they're a Polish company. They have VAT in Europe. I don't know which country, but why do we need to register for German VAT? So are you gonna solve this problem?
We're gonna solve the problem 100%, but not at it's through our workaround. It's super easy, but our system is super focused on automation, right? And when we bill our clients, we do it automatically, okay? And that's our core intelligence, to build the clients for the products they send to Amazon. We build them, and we cannot bill companies with a different type than a German VAT at the moment, because we didn't fix it in our software. That's the only reason why you need a German VAT number for at least the next 6 months, because we have our I'm so sorry to say that, but it's it's in the moment a problem. But as I said, when you need a German VAT number as a non-European company, it's a bit more complicated. But for a European company, it's super easy, and I can recommend TaxDo for that purpose.
I see someone confirms that Amazon's VAT services are a nightmare. You must pay 12 months at a time of a lot of hours.
I mean, Amazon is paying for this, and still we get clients, right? And the clients say something like, I wouldn't ever use the service because I read so much horrible stuff about it. And that's actually true, because you never get a good support. Imagine to deal with Amazon support, but regarding your tax stuff, I just cannot imagine that one.
I see some people asking about your enterprise pricing option. I don't even know about that. So can you explain?
Yeah, it's to keep big clients. We have a kind of different layer system. It means like when you sell 2,000 goods at the moment, the subscription fee will be 0, and this 50 cent gonna drop for each 1,000 sales more. Like the bigger you get, then less this 50 cents commission fee gonna be, and the official minimum is 32, but for very big clients, it could be less as well.
All right.
So Anthony is asking, we ship to your warehouse in Germany or direct to an Amazon warehouse. Could you please explain the logics there?
Yes. It always depends where you're sitting, but what we actually do is you send the goods directly to Amazon warehouse, wherever Amazon says it to you. So what happens like in the system side is you open up a ticket, you tell us what you want to send to Amazon, and we create a shipping plan through our Amazon account and send you the labels. That's what's happening on the system side. And then it depends, are your goods in Germany already? Then you get a DHL label. It's super easy. You just have to put it on the package, and then it will go to Amazon warehouse directly. But when you send it from a different country, you need to arrange the logistics for that one. So we will give you the place where the products need to go to, okay, and you will arrange the logistics company to do so.
All right. One of the last questions. What are your usual payment terms when you buy the stock?
Okay, it's super important to understand that for you it feels like a commission business, right? So you give us products, as soon as we sell them, we pay you for that one, right? That's what it feels for you. It's not a commission process because, and that's like European legislation stuff, because you would need to do a commission business with all the different VAT numbers all over Europe, and because Amazon is shifting products from one country to the other all the time, you would need to sell the products all the time to all these different countries. You need to do contract with the different VAT numbers 24/7. That's why we buy the products and sell it for you with the payment terms. As soon as we sold it, in the beginning of the next month, you get the money. That's the easy explanation for that.
All right, and I don't know what's this. Can Amazon
Yeah, sure. We have a client, shout out Felix, which is working for Amazon. Actually, at a higher level, it's also a funny story, because he was not able to run a product, even if he's working for Amazon, because it was so complicated during Corona to upload the product. So he came to us that we did it for him. So yeah, you are allowed to open up an account at SPACEGOATS. But maybe from your boss side, I don't know. You should double check it. But from our side, it's not a problem, and we have employees already.
And we still have a question regarding to the enterprise account.
Yes.
So perhaps we can, because Anthony is also asking to the same question, I think, on an enterprise account at 0.32 cents per sale. Is that the only money you make from that seller?
Actually, yes.
Because the monthly fee dropped when they are having that amount of sales volume, right?
Actually, yes. When you make 10,000 sales, we get 3,000 euro for it, around about.
And one more time, enterprises account when you make 2,000 sales per month?
Yes, from that point that you have an enterprise account and you have no subscription fee, and the 50-cent fee will drop for each sale more.
Is this pricing automatically dropping, or you need to contact SPACEGOATS?
No. We are a software company. We're not an agency. It has to be automatic.
All right. I think it was the last question, unless you...
so many questions. Great.
Yeah.
I think I just wanted to ask perhaps to then, like, if you think about like your customers, like who are your main customers? Are there brands who are like selling already in retail stores, and just don't want to manage with the Amazon sales channel? Are they private label businesses, let's say from US or also from Europe?
It's an awesome question because we have different target groups. And in the beginning, maybe for the story, in the beginning, we were sellers ourselves, and we realized how complicated it is to sell through Amazon alone, not even pan-European wide. Just Amazon DE, it was super complicated. So we started to sell products for other companies, have no idea about Amazon, right? So that was our first target group. So in the beginning, we were this full service agency, which I explained to you. Like we wanted to take 10 to 15% and do everything from marketing to pictures, right? But we realized that if you are nobody, and we were nobody in the beginning, then it's super hard to get these big clients which you want to have. So we met a guy who said like, hey guys, I don't know you. I wouldn't ever give you my Amazon account in Germany. I don't know you, but why are you not selling all my products in Europe? It's a good idea, right? And that was like the turning point, and then we implemented this product pan-European expansion, right? So our first target group, and I would say 40% of our clients at the moment come to SPACEGOATS, that we expand their business to other European countries. So they are running their own German Amazon account. They do it by themselves. And we are running the rest of Europe. First target group. Second target group is we all know that there are often issues with the Amazon account, which have some bureaucracy issue because you didn't upload the tax number, or you want to change your company type from people's organization, I don't know, to a public organization. And always when you change something at Amazon, it's risky that Amazon gonna block your account. And for that reason, people come to us and say, hey guys, we want to switch to Cyprus, for example. That's a big market as well. We open up a company in Cyprus, and we are very worried about that we lose our revenue. Please, can you take care? So we take the products and sell it through our account during their company change, and when they have everything set up, they get the products back to their account for Germany, and we do the rest of Europe. So they will always stay in the end of in the end they will always stay clients, because it doesn't make sense to make it yourself when you have the option of SPACEGOATS. And the third target group is, you're a company. I had a call today, it was awesome. You're a company and you would love to sell on Amazon, but you are not allowed because you have a distributor network, and the distributor which are selling your products on Amazon, they do a very bad job, and they don't care about rankings, because Amazon is like one channel of many, and they are not running it properly. So the pictures are not good, no review management, bad listings, and the companies, they see it, that the distributors of them, they don't get all the potential out of this thing. So they come to SPACEGOATS and say, guys, I'm not allowed to sell on Amazon because my clients are selling my products on Amazon as well. Please, can you do it in the proper way? Because we are losing so much revenue. So if you are not allowed, or if you don't want to have your own Amazon account, we are a target group as well. We are your solution as well. That are like the main businesses, I would say.
Anton is reacting to enterprise pricing, so he's very happy. Wow, thanks. And someone wants your social proof. Do you have any testimonials or Trustpilot reviews?
Testimonials we have, yes. I think on the website are testimonials.
But this can be fake. Probably this can person be fake. Wants a third-party testimonial, third-party platform.
What does it mean? Maybe Facebook. Is it a third party for you? You can check Facebook. You can check Google. Is it? I don't know. You can check the case studies.
I see the people are real people behind it, I guess.
And you can, that are actually real clients, which we interviewed. But anyhow, you can talk to clients. No worries. We have also not as big as Augustus, but we have also kind of a small German-speaking. I need to mention that one. German-speaking community, and you can talk to the people there. Like at the moment, 400 people, like a mastermind at Slack. So yeah, you can just talk to other people.
And I see cats like SPACEGOATS.
Cats like SPACEGOATS.
Yes. So All right, I think that's it. We don't have any more questions. I think nothing new is coming. Thank you very much, Anton. Those who are watching, make sure that you check the links below and the code. Actually, what do you get with that code? What do they get?
1 month off.
1 month off.
Yes.
So they are saving 229 euros plus 50 cents per sale. So if you are billionaire,
no. 1 year subscription off. We cannot do the 50-cent part because
okay.
1 year, 1 month subscription.
Okay,
sorry.
All right.
We need to earn at least something, you know. So.
Yeah, sure.
It's anyhow almost for free, at least for Germany. So we need to earn at least a little bit for our investors.
And I see it's a perfect opportunity for someone, even like a beginner. Of course, they will need to invest 229 euros, or for the first month, nothing with our offer. So it's a total beginner wants to try Amazon selling. They can just order the product, ship it even directly to Amazon warehouse, which you will tell after all the communication. These people would need just to register for German VAT at the moment, maybe in few months, it's even this thing is not needed, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And Cool Products wants to know how much from your experience is the payback to the client after all the expenses such as VAT, PPC, is it 20%? So it's basically about the margin, right?
Yeah, it's about the margin. It's the same margin as you would sell alone minus 50 cents. That's what I can say about it. When you're already selling on Amazon, look on your own Amazon margin and reduce it by 50 cents. But for Germany, because in Germany we get it as discount, so it's hard to say how much the margin is.
Yeah, cool. And before everybody disappears, don't forget to subscribe to the. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the Orange Click YouTube channel. Click the notification bell as well. And I want to thank our guests, Lisette, Anton. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for
Thanks,
watching.
Anton. It was great
like
to
and
see
subscribe and everything. Like, subscribe, everything. Give some value back, guys.
Yeah, you will be back maybe if you don't.
Guys, give some value back. What I said. Give some value back, and the value is just a push of a button. So.
About the like. Sure. Thank you. And those who are still watching, please check this video. We will talk about VAT, which is important, and or we will put another playlist with different European related videos. So check out this playlist.